Good evening, everybody. It's April Davis, PI. It is Friday night, July 31st, 2026. First, let me say thank you to everybody who saw my earlier video today that I released around 10 a.m. this morning, Los Angeles time. I really appreciate all your views on not only that video, but all of the Jackie videos. I am trying to keep you informed on a regular basis. The executive director of the Ojai Raptor Center, his name is Chris. He made a statement today, and I saw it on their social media, and it's directly from their center, and it's a patient update on bald eagle 26519. And remember, we talked about yesterday why they can't refer to eagle 26519 as Jackie. He says a lot, actually, but let's just recap the gist of the statement, and then I'll go over some additional symptoms or things that they have ruled out. Tomorrow marks 2 weeks since patient 26519 arrived at Ojai Raptor Center after being found grounded and unable to fly near Big Bear Lake. Over the past 2 weeks, our veterinary team, together with specialists from across the country, has worked tirelessly to better understand this complex case. While we've made important progress and ruled out several potential causes, there are still many unanswered questions. Yeah, that's what concerns me, is they still don't know the root cause of everything else that's happened. Today's blood work continues to show anemia, although her packed cell volume, also known as PCV, has improved to 17%. Remember the last time it was 16%. Now it's 17%, but that's still in an extremely dangerous range as far as I know. But I'm not a doctor. She remains stable, but she is still a very sick patient and has a long recovery road ahead. Yeah, it could be months, people. There is some new information, though, things that he said that have been found and things that have been ruled out. And here's the gist of it. Zinc toxicity has now been ruled out. Previously, the zinc results were still pending or had not been publicly reported. An issue or an illness I don't know if it's a condition or an illness caused aspergillosis has been ruled out. This is the first time the fungal disease has been specifically excluded. Okay, that's a fungal disease. I'm just reading this as it's coming out. Rodent side poisoning has been ruled out. Earlier, the rehab team was treating her prophylactically because it couldn't be easily tested. Now it has reportedly been excluded as the cause. Now, I'm surprised to hear that because I thought that was one of the conditions that they couldn't rule out with a diagnostic test, and therefore they were treating her as such that she did suffer some type of rodent poisoning. But now they're saying that that's been ruled out. So that's very, very interesting to me. I'm kind of surprised at that. Renal or kidney disease has been ruled out as the cause, as the root cause. Previously, we only knew her kidney values had improved. Leukocytosis, which means elevated white blood cell count, has now been identified. This is a new laboratory finding that had not been shared before. So I don't know if this is something that had not been shared before or if it's just something new. Now, that could be an indicator of stress, inflammation, or infection, like a previously missed infection. But if that's a new condition, that kind of points that maybe she's worsening. I don't want to be negative, or maybe she's just extremely stressed out. PCV is now 17%. We said that before. This is a slight improvement from the previously reported 16%. So they can rule out zinc, lead, and rodent side poisoning. However, he also stated that, and it's not in the written statement, it's just in his video statement, that there are other metals that they are testing for, that she could have been poisoned by something other than lead poisoning, and those results will take weeks. She's already been there for 2 weeks. They do not have the results of that yet, that it could be a type of metal other than lead poisoning. I know in the past they said they ruled out cancer. I'm glad to hear that. They didn't see anything on the x-rays or the CAT scan that would indicate cancer. However, they do plan on doing a second CT scan in the coming days or weeks. I guess when she's well enough to have it done, probably to see if anything has changed, on the inside with the organs and the inflammation and the kidneys is what I'm assuming. Although, like I said before, I'm not a veterinarian. I'm not an eagle doctor. But they are going to do a repeat CAT scan. And the last time they did a CAT scan, they had to transport her to a veterinarian's office in Ventura that actually had a CT scan machine. I know they have received a lot of donations, so maybe in the future, Ojai Raptor Center will be able to afford their own CT scan as to not stress out, their patients so much by having to transport them for that. That's a very, very expensive piece of equipment. I have done a small donation to the Ojai Raptor Center. I've also done a small donation to FOBBV. I've had several people watch my other Jackie videos, and several people either in my live streams or in those long-form content videos have said, why can't you throw up donation links in your video description to those organizations? And the answer is no, I can't. And that's because I could get in trouble, potentially get in trouble with YouTube for, trying to collect money for a third party. Trust me, I've been through this rodeo before. I watch a lot of YouTubers. I see where people get bit in the butt on YouTube. If you want to donate to any of those places, whether it be the location in San Dimas that had her first before the Ojai Raptor Center had her, or you want to donate directly to Ojai Raptor Center or FOBBV, or you just want to send your love and your prayers and your good vibes, I will not be placing any third-party links. But that organization, they do have a website. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram. I know the first couple of days that they had Jackie, they were having problems with her Facebook. So they had to say, hey, if you want to see all of our updates, you have to go to Instagram or to our website. Please feel free to keep in contact with that organization directly, but please refrain from calling, texting, faxing, emailing, showing up at their facility, knocking on their door, because their hands are full. If you've ever been to a vet office before, you always know that they have a ton of patients, but yet they never seem to have enough staff, just like a people doctor or a hospital. They're always short of nurses. They're always short of doctors. There's always a wait. It's the same thing in the animal world, people. They have as many possible people working there that they can afford to have at this moment, and they have a total of 91 animals in there. It's not just Jackie. So their hands are full. Don't take away their time where they could be treating Jackie and their other wounded or sick patients by saying, hey, what's the latest update? And how can you not release her back to where you found her so she can be with Shadow and her children and her family? Well, her children have already fledged. Shadow, he's good as far as I know. I hope he's well. If you release Jackie now, if they release Jackie now, it would be too soon. When she was found, she had been taken down by 2 subadult eagles, but I believe they targeted Jackie because they knew she was sick. I saw the signs as early as the first clutch. I suspected the signs that early. I'm not an expert, but I suspected from the start of this year that something was wrong with Jackie. There was just these little things that popped up here and there, and I'm like, something's not right with her. Something is not right. And then she just started looking worse and worse and worse, and she seemed to be thinner, which they confirmed right away that she was thinner. But they don't think that the eagles taking her down, the subadult eagles, is what caused her to be grounded. What caused her to be grounded is that, once they took her down, she was literally too weak, lethargic, and sick to get back up. That's why she couldn't fight them. If she was healthy, those 2 subadult eagles wouldn't have had a chance against our Queen Jackie. But, it's actually a blessing in disguise that it happened the way it happened, and that people on the ground had been looking for her, checking on her, found her, that the fire department came out and stayed with her until 2 o'clock in the morning. Multiple rescues apparently had turned them down. Then the first rescue from San Dimas, they had to drive all the way from San Dimas up to Big Bear Mountain. If you're a local here, it takes a long time to get from the ground level up those mountain, treacherous, windy, steep highways, and then get to Big Bear Lake, and then go all the way around the lake to get to Fawnskin, where they found her. They found her on the shore of her habitat in Fawnskin. And, someone had to get in the car or the truck and go up there and then drive her back down the mountain, take her to San Dimas, where they saw that she wasn't seriously injured, but they believed her to be ill, and therefore they had to arrange transportation to Ojai. Just as the Ojai Raptor Center, they had to arrange to take her to the veterinarian office in Ventura that did the first CT scan. They'll probably have to do that again. Please help them any way you can, but just don't inundate them with phone calls, texts, fax, asking questions on their website if that's even possible. I haven't looked. Driving to their parking lot, knocking on their door. Let them do what they need to do. This is an emergency situation. If it weren't for all the people involved, from the boots on the ground to the fire department to the first rescue that was in San Dimas, to Ojai Raptor Center, to the vet in Ventura, and all the specialists from around the country and possibly even around the world, we wouldn't be at this point now where our Queen Jackie would still be with us. She's still with us. We can be thankful for that. That's positive that her levels are slightly up, her PCV levels. I am, not as a doctor, but just as a human being, because I'm not a doctor, I am a bit concerned that now they're reporting that her white blood cells are a little too high. I don't know how high, but they are high, and they had not mentioned that before. So I'm assuming that that's a new issue, everybody. Keep sending your prayers. Keep sending good vibes. Thank you to all the people that hyped my Eagle video from 2 days ago. Apparently, the other night, I guess it was early this morning, actually, in the middle of the night, since I never sleep through the night, I saw a little star symbol. It looked like a shooting star symbol, and it said number 100 hyped. And I was like, what does that even mean? And, since Google owns YouTube, I went to Google, to the search engine, and I found out that there is a leaderboard of the 100 most hyped videos on YouTube. And there are billions of videos on YouTube, and there are millions that are uploaded each and every day. You can hype a video, a long form video, or even a replay of a live stream within the first 7 days. And I received so many hypes that I made it to that top 100 list. I was actually number 100. Now, later today, that finally disappeared because it changes every few minutes. The numbers are always churning. It's really an amazing thing to think that there's, billions of videos on YouTube, and there's millions of new videos that are uploaded each and every day, and that my video was in the top 100 hype videos. And that's because of you. That's because you listened when I said, can you please like, comment, share, and subscribe? And if you would like to use any of your hype points to hype some of my Eagle videos, I would appreciate it. Now, the hypes they don't cost you anything. They don't put any extra money in my pocket, at least not directly. But I guess the idea is that if you are on that top 100 list, then YouTube will promote the video higher than a non-hyped video. So, and they divide it into regions. So me being here in California, I'm in the United States. That's the region of all the millions of videos that they've looked at within the last 7 days. And they were like, hey, they put the little star next to that video it was a shooting star with the number 100 hype insignia. They didn't send me an email. I don't think I'm going to get like a placard in the mail like, hey, you've reached 100,000 or you've reached 1 million. No, I won't even get paid for that. But it does promote the video. It does give me more clicks. And the more clicks, the more views, the more money I can put into supporting my own YouTube channel. Because remember, this has been a long journey for me. It's been 5 years, in 7 months. It has not been overnight success. YouTube is very hard, people, but I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I just like to do YouTube videos. You know, it's just my love for doing it. And I've met so many wonderful people. 99.9% of those people have been so positive. But please don't ask me to put up donation links for third parties. I cannot and will not do that. Also, I've been told that, well, other YouTubers do that, and other YouTubers use the video from FOBBV from their webcams and or their, the tree cams that they have out in Fawnskin. They're like, hey, other people, rip off their video. You should put video from them as well. No, I can't do that because I don't own the rights to that video. Just like when I put up a song in my video, I pay for that. I have a music license with Epidemic Sound. When I put up a stock video as an intro or an outro, that's stock video that I pay for through my editing program that I am licensed to use. So you will never see me steal from another YouTuber or any video that I don't own, that I didn't make, and I don't care what the other YouTubers do. Those are them. They can run their channels any way they want. Feel free to run your own channel anywhere, any way you want. If you don't like the way I do it, go watch somebody else. I am the leader of the ship here. I am the captain of the ship. And no, I will not use anybody else's links, nor will I use anybody else's video. I'm just coming from the heart, and I'm telling you, this is the situation. It's changing daily. I'm working around the clock. Besides, the other series that I'm doing right now on my YouTube channel, I'm trying to keep everybody apprised of the situation as soon as I have new information. But thank you for your support. My channel has doubled in a week's time because of all of you that have supported me in this Jackie, our Queen Jackie series. All I want out of this is for Jackie to get the best possible care that she can get, and that she has a chance for a full recovery and can be eventually safely returned to her habitat. Everybody, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to throw me a free hype, go for it. It's much appreciated. Thank you, and have a good evening.